Morning, welcome back to another weekly vlog. It is a very rainy, not very nice Monday to be honest. I have been up since fairly early this morning. My dad took me over to the hospital to have another physio session. My Monday ones are with the physio technician, so we just kind of go over exercises that I've already been doing. And she helps me with some of the exercises that I can't do at home, like moving my leg kind of up and down, which is something that I can't do myself at home, so she helps me with that. And then on our way back we went, well, my dad popped into the post office for me. I needed to post a couple of letters and also to get some stamps, which he did for me. I'm now back at home. I'm going to have a little bit of a rest, and then I'm going to try and film a couple of videos because I want to try and get a few pre-filmed so I can start getting them out again. And then hopefully later on I'm going to have a bit of a shower and wash my hair and just freshen it up a bit because it's starting to feel a bit not very nice. Trying to kind of get it done a little bit more regularly if I can, but it's just hard work when a shower is quite a big undertaking. So yeah, I'm trying to do what I can, but if anyone has any suggestions for making your hair kind of look and feel nice when you're not able to wash it as often as you'd like, I'd be really interested to hear. I might have a try of some dry shampoo. I've never actually tried dry shampoo before, but I might give it a go. I don't know, I've always just been a bit nervous about trying it because, I don't know, I just think it's going to make my hair turn white or something. And also I've kind of read different things online about it possibly like causing your hair to like thin and possibly get bald patches, and I already have quite thin hair anyway, so it just makes me a little bit worried. But I might give it a try and just see how I get on. But yeah, if anyone's got any recommendations of good dry shampoos to try, and also anything else that you can do to make your hair just feel a bit nicer when it's not getting washed as often, then yeah, let me know. But I'm gonna have a bit of a rest for now. Maisie seems to have just arrived, and then I'm going to get some videos filmed. Right, it's been a bit of a while since I last spoke to you. I think I mentioned when I was speaking to you before that Maisie had just arrived with David. I had a little bit of a nap when they first got here, and my sisters played with Maisie because they have now gone off to New York. So basically Rebecca was going to go to Chicago with my dad. It's her 21st birthday in March, so not very long. And basically, like, all of us have had some sort of treat, not necessarily for our 21st, but just like at some point when it kind of seemed right. So for me, my dad took me to New York a few years ago now, which was basically, he said to me, like, when my eating disorder was really bad, he said to me, like, if you can get yourself to a point where you can kind of go out and enjoy a meal and kind of eat like normally, whatever the word you want to use is, then I will take you to New York, because he knew how much I wanted to go. So I worked hard, not just for this, but for like everything. And so yeah, a few years ago he took me to New York. Both my brothers, when they were in sixth form, no, year 11, I can't remember, at school anyway, they went on a school trip to Kenya. So that was their sort of like big treat. Rosie had a horse, so she didn't have a holiday like per se, but she my dad helped her with getting a horse. And then like Rebecca kind of said to my dad a bit back, she was like, everyone else has had a treat but I haven't had mine. And as it was her 21st birthday coming up, they organised to go on holiday to Chicago. But then my dad got ill with his sort of, well, chest infection and then the pneumonia and everything that kind of went with it. And he just decided that it wasn't going to be a good idea for him to travel. He probably wouldn't have been able to get like good insurance anyway because he hasn't had his follow-up x-ray yet. And so they ended up cancelling Chicago. and he said to Becca that if she wanted to go somewhere with Rosie, then they could do that instead. So they had to think about it, and they decided that they wanted to go back to New York. No, back to New York. They wanted to go to New York. So yeah, they've gone off today on the train up to Gatwick, and they're flying this afternoon over to New York. So I'm a bit jealous. Obviously I've been before, and you know, it's their turn now. But yeah, they're off to New York. So they had a little play with Maisie before they headed off, and I had a bit of a nap, and then I woke up and I had some time with Maisie, and then we've all had lunch, and now I am up in my office and I'm going to try and film a couple of videos. I want to do one for Eating Disorders Awareness Week, because that's this week, I think. I don't know, dates are slightly different depending on where you look, but I'm going to get it filmed anyway so that it can go up. So I want to do that one, and then I also want to do a video about some of the like items that I have found quite useful since having surgery, just like random bits that I've found helpful that other people might find helpful. So those are the two that I want to film.
Don't wanna wake up, I might be dreaming. I might be dreaming. You're stirring things up, my heart is beating. My heart is beating. I won't let go, I can't say no. My heart is yours, so I say here we go. You do that something to me, you do that something to me.
Good morning, just about. It's 11:45. It has taken me a long time to get myself up and sorted this morning. I just don't feel very awake, and don't feel that brilliant, to be honest. I've got quite a quiet day today actually, which is much needed. The only thing I've actually got planned, sorry, I'm just going to open my medication. The only thing that I've got planned is I've got to go for a blood test later this afternoon. I think that's about 5:30 or something. So that's quite nice that I don't have anything else on. I would usually have hydrotherapy today, or I was meant to have hydrotherapy today. But the member of staff that does the hydrotherapy couldn't do today. How have I managed to get this everywhere? Yeah, she couldn't do today. And they couldn't find anyone else to cover her, so they have had to cancel today and move it to next Thursday instead. So I don't have hydro, which is actually quite nice, because twice a week I'm finding a lot. Although, to be honest, I've only got this Thursday and next Thursday, and then that's it. So yeah, I'm just, oh well, I was going to say I'm trying to make the most of my free morning, but I just don't seem to be getting very far at the moment. So yeah, I'm trying to think what I was going to say, and my mind has just gone blank. I'm going to try and get some editing done. I will probably edit one of the videos that I filmed yesterday first and get that up, and then I can do my weekly vlog later in the week. And yeah, that's kind of all I've got planned today really, apart from going for this blood test. Hello. This little cat is in playful mood, and he has razor sharp teeth and claws.
Tell me about it.
Do you? Currently shredding my dad.
What was that? Go and have a sleep somewhere. Go on. Go on, go.
Go and have a nap. No, it's playtime. It's playtime. Oh, he's coming back for more. So despite having a pretty unproductive start to the morning, I'm actually quite happy with what I got done in the end. I managed to get one of the videos that I filmed edited and uploading. So yeah, that's kind of what I'd hoped to get done. So yeah, a kind of productive morning in the end, even though it started off not so good. I just had some lunch and I'm now going to have a bit of a rest until I have to go out to have my blood test. It's not looking very nice outside. It's raining and it's dark and it's cold, and I would rather just stay on the sofa snuggled under a blanket, but that's what I've got to do to go and have this blood test. So fingers crossed they actually managed to get some blood out of me, and it's not too difficult because I'm notoriously difficult to get blood out of. So I've been trying to drink plenty because apparently that helps, but it's usually just hit and miss as to whether it works or not. But yeah, I'm going to have a bit of a rest now. I think we've got to go out in about just over an hour, so hopefully a little bit of time just to have a nap and get a bit of energy back. I am back from my blood test. It went okay actually. The lady that does most of my blood tests was doing it, and she like looked at my arm and she was like, oh, I found a new vein that I've never found before. So she tried that one, and because she said, oh, it looks like a good one, which is unusual for me because my veins are rubbish. And yeah, she tried it, and like my heart sank initially because I knew she'd like gone in and I could tell that like it hadn't worked, because my veins, you usually like you'll go in and then they'll like just disappear. But she kind of moved it around a bit and yeah, managed to get some blood, so that was good. I'm now curled up on the sofa with this little guy, which is quite nice, although I've just realised that he's got mud all over my blanket because he's just been out for a walk, so that's great. But yeah, it's nice because before my operation, like he always used to come and like snuggle on my knee, and then when I had my operation we like kept him well away from my legs because I didn't want him jumping on them. But now that kind of the wounds have healed and everything, I'm kind of letting him back on a little bit. I have to be careful because he likes to jump up and like launch himself straight on my leg, which still hurts. So I have to kind of try and get him to get up onto the sofa but not stand on my leg, and then like lift him over onto my good leg. But it's nice having him back on, having little cuddles, because it's been a while. It looks like he's been rolling. You need a bath, Freddie. Even rolling in the mud. But yeah, no, it's nice having him cuddling up to me again, because I kind of feel like I kind of like drifted away from him a bit, because we'd been good little chums, having snuggles on the sofa, and for a few months he just wouldn't really come near me because he doesn't like my crutches, and he couldn't come like near me on the sofa. And yeah, I just felt like we had drifted apart a bit, but now he's starting to come back on the sofa and snuggle with me, so that's quite nice. So yeah, I'm on the sofa watching Hollyoaks at the moment, and then my mum's just doing a few bits and bobs that she needs to do, and then I'm going to help her to make a chilli. I think her and my dad are going to have it for dinner. I'm not eating any tonight anyway. I might have some tomorrow, but not. I don't tend to eat big meals at night usually, just because I find it hard to digest at night. Like, I find it hard to digest any time, but if I eat at night, it just makes it worse. So I tend to eat my big meal like during the day. But I'm going to help her make a chilli, and then there'll be plenty left over. So I know we can have some tomorrow. And then once we've done that, we are going to do some pancakes. So I will have some of them. So yeah, I'm looking forward to having some pancakes. So yeah, just chilling out a bit until my mum's ready to do that.
As a young girl, the fields were mine. We played hide and seek for hours, raised our shadows among the pines. So offshore, playful and free, without a care in the world. I was one rich little girl, daydreamer, kidnap me, take me back, all the way back to them days, running around in a gown and a crown, barefoot. kept me late. We spent summers catching fireflies and winters on our skates. One big smile across my face. We used to dance our way to church on Sundays. Mama set the pace. Daydreamer, kitten and maid. Take me back, all the way back to them days. Running around in a gown.
Good morning. I did not want to wake up this morning. My mum came up with Noah to come and wake me up, and yeah, it was very difficult to open my eyes and stay awake. But yeah, we've got Noah today. We've done like breakfast, and he's had his breakfast. We were sitting eating our breakfast, and he kept like, we were singing some like different songs, and then he kept asking me to sing a song about a tortoise. And so I sang, like, I know one song about a turtle and a bubble, so I started singing that, and he was like, no, tortoise. So I said, oh, I don't know a song about a tortoise. I said, can you sing it for me? And he like sang something, and I didn't recognise it. So in the end, we changed the word turtle for tortoise, and that seemed to keep him happy. But I don't know, there must be like a song that they sing at preschool or nursery or something about a tortoise that I don't know, so I might have to ask Lisa about that and see if she knows what it is. But yeah, Noah's gone down for his nap. Now I am back in my office. I'm going to start I'm going to try and start editing a weekly vlog today while Noah's asleep. And then this afternoon he's going out to his toddler group, so I'm going to have a rest then. And then this evening I am going out for dinner for one of the ladies from the mental health group. It was her birthday, so we're going out just to a local pub for some dinner, so hopefully that should be quite nice. I'm kind of I'm trying to decide whether to take my wheelchair or not, because up until fairly recently I've been taking my wheelchair like into like food establishments and stuff, and then when we went out for dinner on Sunday I decided not to, because it's not too far to actually get in, because we parked like literally right next to the door, but I got quite uncomfortable sitting in a normal seat for that amount of time because my leg was like down and I couldn't put it up properly. So I don't know what to do, because if I take my wheelchair in, like the pub isn't that big, so I think it's going to be difficult to get my like wheelchair to the, like a table and stuff. But at the same time I want to be comfortable, so I don't know, I'll have a think and see what I think later on. But yes, I'm going to get on with doing some editing while Noah's asleep, and hopefully I can get a decent amount done, because it's 10:30 and he's just gone down for a nap, so hopefully, fingers crossed, he will sleep for a little while. So I've been doing some editing this morning while Noah has been asleep, and now we're on the sofa having, what are we having, Noah? A picnic. So he's got his big bag of like play food out, and you're cutting it up, aren't you? Yeah? What's that? That's a chicken. You got any food for Jenny? Yeah. What's that? Yeah. A pear. A pear. A pear. A pear. Birthday cake. Whose birthday was it?
Birthday hot.
Birthday cake hot. The candles are hot, aren't they?
Candles hot.
Who blew out their birthday candles last week?
Nan.
It was Nanny, wasn't it? And did you come to Nanny's birthday?
Yeah.
And did Nanny have birthday cake?
I'll eat it.
You ate?
Hot.
Did you eat? Oh, thank you.
Candles hot.
Okay. Yummy. Did you eat Nanny's birthday cake?
Yeah.
Was it nice? It was chocolatey, wasn't it? Nanny's birthday cake was very chocolatey. Yeah. Now, and Mummy said you got chocolate all round your mouth.
Burger.
That is a burger.
It's a burger.
Do you like burgers? You sure? Look, the burger's got some lettuce in it. Does Noah like lettuce? Do you like lettuce?
What's that?
That is a... You know what that is. Grandpa's talking to Ian.
What's that?
You tell me what that is.
That's a carrot.
That is a carrot. Well done. We're going to have our lunch in a minute.
These are cheese.
It's a cake, darling. It's a bit of a funny cake, but it is.
What's that?
That's the cream on top. It's a cream cake.
Crab.
A crab?
Crab sweet.
Yeah, we could eat a crab. I've never had crab before. Is it nice? Oh, thanks. Is that the one you ate?
Having a picnic.
We are having a picnic. I like having picnics with you.
Lemon.
A lemon. Do you like lemons? You don't really eat lemons on their own, normally. What's that? Sweet
I
corn.
love sweet corn.
Oh, do you love sweet corn?
Drink it.
You drink sweet corn. You do drink the juice when we put sweet corn on his plate, and it's all gone. You get that like juice at the end, and he drinks it and says, "Noah's drinking orange juice." You drink the sweet corn juice, don't you? What have you got now?
What do I know?
Oh.
This one or this one?
Oh, which one would you like me to have?
This one or this one?
That one.
Oh.
Can I have one?
Noisy.
Very noisy. Are they being too noisy upstairs? You have to tell Grandpa he needs to be quieter. Has Ian been doing some painting?
Yeah.
He came out of his bed. Noah came out of his bedroom and we saw Ian, and Noah said, "Oh, the little man's doing some painting," didn't you? You said the little man's painting. Oh. Wednesday lunchtimes just always seem to be a bit manic, because Noah goes out to a toddler group on a Wednesday afternoon. Yeah, Wednesday lunchtimes are always just a little bit crazy, and after like Noah and my dad go out the door, I'm like, oh god, I'm knackered. Oh, this is not very comfortable. Hang on. So yes, we've had lunch, and got Noah ready. He wanted me to do everything today. He kind of goes through phases of wanting different people to do, like putting his shoes on and everything, and today it was me. So yeah, we managed to do that okay, and my dad has taken him out down to the toddler group. I got some editing done this morning, so I'm quite happy with that. I'm going to have a bit of a rest now while they're out because it's quiet and it's a good opportunity to just have a little bit of a nap and yeah, catch up on some energy while they're out. I feel like I was going to say something. Oh yeah, I was going to say about I was going to talk about glasses. Does anyone else find that wears glasses that you literally spend your whole life cleaning your glasses? Like, I will clean them, and then within, it must be like 2 minutes, they seem to be dirty again, and I don't know what I do to get them dirty, because it's not like I'm even going outside or anything. It's just like, I'll clean them and they'll be okay. And then 2 minutes later, I'll be like, oh, these seem a bit dirty. And they've just got like, yeah, like grime and dust and stuff on them again. And I just seem to spend my whole life cleaning my glasses. Does anyone else have glasses and find that they are just constantly cleaning them? Because, yeah, it's just annoying. Sorry, the lighting isn't brilliant, but it's getting dark outside. So yeah, I had a little nap while Noah was at his toddler group, and then he came back. And he was quite tired when he got back, so we had a little bit of downtime. He likes to come and like snuggle on the sofa with me, so I've got like my blanket and everything here, and he asks if he can come and snuggle on the sofa. So I tend to like lift him up and lift him over my bad leg, but he always, like, I sat him down next to me and he always says to me like, he says, Jenny, which is your poorly leg? And he always wants to know which is my poorly leg so that he can be careful, which is just, he's really sweet. I mean, I say this a lot, but he's just so, like, I don't know. Well, he's really caring, and for a 2-year-old, I think he's very, like, in tune with other people's, like, feelings, which is lovely, and I hope that he continues to be like that, because it's a lovely thing to have. So yeah, we had a little snuggle on the sofa, and we watched a bit of Hey Dougie, which I don't think I've ever watched before, but that's what he said he wanted to watch. So watched a little bit of that, and then he said he wanted to watch he said he wanted to watch Peppa Pig in London. So we watched the Peppa Pig in London episode. He's definitely, like, quite interested in London at the moment. He's really interested in Big Ben, and yeah, so we watched that. And then my mum brought these like animal Skittles down. They're sort of like soft and they jingle when you shake them, and she said she's had them for a while, but we've just never got them down. So she brought them down as something new to do. And my dad sort of set them up for him, and then we were like trying to teach him how you have to like roll the ball or throw the ball and knock them over, and he got the hang of it pretty quickly. So he was like trying to knock them over, and he knocked them all over to begin with, and then like he went over to them, and he was like, oh no. He was like, they're all sad. I was like, why are they sad? And he like picked them all up and cuddled them, and he said they've all got knocked over and they're sore, and he was like cuddling them. I was like, oh, and then he's like, it's okay, happy now. So I was like, oh, that's good. So we carried on playing for a bit, and then he was loving it, and he turned around to me and he was like, I'm having fun, Jenny. And I was like, oh, that's great, it's fun. And he was like, it's the funnest fun ever. And it's just so sweet. Like, I wish I was, I don't know, I think you can learn a lot from children, and the fact that they just kind of take things as they are, and they, you know, if they, I don't know, they just don't overcomplicate things, do they? It's just like, you know, something's fun and they enjoy it, and they you know, if they say what they think, and they don't worry about kind of what other people think of them. And maybe I can learn something from him. So we did that for a bit, and then Lisa came to pick him up. So he's gone off now, and I'm back on the sofa for a bit, gonna have another little rest, and just watch Couples Come Dine with me probably at the moment, and then The Simpsons is coming on, so I'm gonna watch that. And then in about, well, just under an hour, my dad is going to take me down to a local pub, because it's one of the ladies from our mental health group's birthday, and we're going out for dinner, so going to meet them down there, and yeah, hopefully have a nice dinner. I've decided... Hello. So I couldn't speak to you when we got here for hydrotherapy, because, oh my gosh, I've never seen such a big queue to get into the car park. It was epic. We were kind of getting a bit worried that we weren't actually going to get in, but although we queued for a long time, when we got in there was a disabled space like right in front of like where you came in, so we were like, yep, we'll have that, and we got in just in time, so that was quite good. But yes, I've had my hydrotherapy. My hair is looking a bit of a mess at the moment. I need to sort it out. Still finding my knee really painful. The lady that does my hydro has said that I should speak to my normal physio about possibly doing, like, asking for some more hydrotherapy, so I'm going to speak to her tomorrow about that. But now we are heading home. Noah and Dad are back at the house. Noah is hopefully down for a nap, but we'll see. He was quite tired this morning because he woke up at like 4 o'clock in the morning singing, apparently. So yeah, we're going to head home and have a bit of lunch and try and warm up a bit, and then I'm not quite sure what the plan is this afternoon. It depends if the weather kind of stays okay. It snowed this morning, not very much, and rained, and now it's kind of sunny, so we'll see if my dad takes Noah out. But yeah, I'm going to head home and just warm up because it's a bit cold. Right, we are just finishing off our lunch. When I got home from hydrotherapy, Noah had just got up from his nap, and after not wanting to go on my stair lift ever since we've got it, all of a sudden he decided that he wanted to have a ride on it, didn't you? Did Did you have a ride on Jenny's special chair? And now he's absolutely obsessed with it and he wants to keep going on it, so we've had to tell him that the battery's run down so that we can have a rest. So yes, we've just been having our lunch, haven't we? What did you have for your lunch? That was a funny noise. Noah, what did you have for your lunch? Take your spoon out of your mouth. Take your spoon out of your mouth. He's had fish fingers. And what else did you have with your fish fingers, Noah? What did you have? Pardon? You have to speak a bit louder than that. No one can hear you. Waffles! And what else did you have?
Fish fingers.
And fish fingers. And what else did you have?
Fish.
Fish, yeah. What else did you have?
Fingers.
What did you have? Sweet corn. Noah's bib. Yeah, lunch just seems to be taking a while today, doesn't it? Is lunch taking a while? I know. Noah's in no rush. You're not in any rush, are you?
The sponge. The sponge. On the chair. Bunny. The sponge.
Oh!
Oh.
Lenny's joining in. Is Lenny joining in? That was nice singing, Noah. Well done. Oh no, don't jump off. Oh my goodness. He jumped a long way, didn't he? All off my shoulder. Right, would you like me to feed you with your last bit of yogurt?
No.
Are you going to do it?
No.
Well, how are you going to eat it then? Come on. Oh, you've nearly finished. Let's just scrape it out and then you can have your melon. He's Lenny on top of his tower. He looks so big. He used to be really tiny and he couldn't even get up here in one go. Now he just jumps up to the top. Hello, Lenny. Hello, Lenny. Are you comfy there, matey?
Okay.
Matey. Little matey moo. Little matey moo. Oh, I think Lenny's getting tired. Oh, look at Lenny. I have just woken up from a nap, which was very nice. After lunch, Noah went out with my dad for a little bit and they went down to the church, didn't you? He's not going to answer, we've got Pepper on. Yeah, they went there to pop down to the church, so he absolutely loves looking at the the church clock, and he's really fascinated by it going bong every time the clock strikes the hour. So they were sort of having a look at that, and they had a little walk in the churchyard and stuff, so that meant I could have a little bit of a nap, which was much needed after this morning. Just having a little bit of a snuggle and watching Pepper for a bit. Well, probably only for 5 minutes because his dinner is nearly ready, and then we're going to go and have some dinner, aren't we? Nothing. So yeah, I'm going to go and help with his dinner, and then at least we'll pick him up at some point. Good morning, happy Friday. I have been up since quite early. Actually, I woke up at 5 to 6 for some, well, because I needed the loo, and I had to get up at 6:30 anyway, because I had a physio appointment at 8:30. So this was with my normal physio, not the assistant, the actual physio, and had a quite long chat with her today about my knee. Basically, I can't remember if I've said this on here or not, but basically ever since I had the surgery, my knee has been causing me problems. It's been really, really painful. It's swollen whenever I do any kind of like exercise on my knee. So like when I do my hydrotherapy, if we do anything to do with like trying to bend the knee, I get like, it swells up even more. And yeah, I've ever since I had my operation, I've had real trouble with bending it. And we're trying, like the physios are really trying to help bend it, but it's just not, like it will bend a little bit. And it's bending a little bit more than it was, but it's just still really difficult, and the pain and the swelling are just really stopping like me getting any better with like the rest of the recovery. So I sort of mentioned this to the physio, and she was like, yeah, actually I was going to talk to you about that today as well, because basically she kind of feels like it's stopping me like getting any better. And she said it's frustrating because she says like the rest, my hip and stuff does seem to be improving, but she says as long as your knee is causing problems, you're not going to be able to like start learning to walk properly and stuff. So I've just got home and I've rung the specialist nurse that was up in the hospital where I had my operation, and I've just kind of told her all this and said that my physio asked me to ring her to get some advice, to see maybe if I can see the surgeon again, and just see what they think, because the problem is the physio doesn't know what is like wrong with the knee, so she doesn't want to like try and do too much because she doesn't want to make it worse. So until she knows kind of what is the actual problem, she can't really do anything knee related. So yeah, I've rang and left a message with the specialist nurse, and hopefully she'll ring back and give us some advice, because we don't think, like the physio said, oh, I can refer you to like just my normal hospital, but she said that they may just say that they don't want to kind of interfere because someone else is kind of looking after my legs, and they don't want to kind of, yeah, step on someone else's toes. So we'll see what the nurse says, and hopefully something will come of it, and we can try and get this knee sorted because it's driving me slightly crazy. But yeah, I'm back now and I'm gonna have a rest on the sofa. I'm quite tired after kind of having Noah for 2 days and then having like early mornings as well. The plan for the rest of my day is I don't have any other like appointments or anything, so I'm gonna have a rest, and then I want to try and finish editing the weekly vlog, either before or after lunch, depending on how long I rest for. I need to write a couple of letters, and I feel like there's something else I was going to do and I can't remember what it was. I'm sure I'll remember at some point. But yeah, getting the weekly vlog edited and getting those letters written are kind of my main priorities today, and then anything else would be a bonus. So yeah, I'm going to have a rest, but I just want to show you a bunch of flowers my mum bought because they're pretty amazing and they were a really good bargain. So my mum is pretty much the queen of bargain flowers. So because she goes to Waitrose kind of like later on in the day, she's usually there when they're like reducing all of their flowers. So she's always bringing home bunches of flowers that she's got for like a bargain price. But this one is definitely one of the good, like the better ones, because this was like 2 bunches of flowers, and each bunch was 10p. So this whole bunch of flowers was 20p, and they just look amazing. They've really like perked up since she bought them. Generally they're reducing them because they're kind of past their sell by date, and yeah, she gets some real good bargains. So that's these ones here, and then over here I just thought I'd show you these ones while we're at it. These are the flowers that I got for my mum for her birthday. So these are from Bunches. They're a company that I use pretty much for all the flowers that I send, and they've never let me down before. They're quite reasonably priced. They come and the flowers are always like really tightly closed, so they last quite well, and yeah, they always just look really nice. So this is a bunch of flowers that I got for my mum, and I just thought they looked really pretty. So I've had a little bit of a nap. It's not very nice outside, it's raining, but thankfully I don't have to go anywhere. Yeah, I'm just watching a bit of TV, and I'm going to get on with writing my couple of letters that I need to get written. They're just little thank you letters to a couple of people for some gifts that I was sent a little while ago, but yeah, it's taken me a while to get around to getting the letters written, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm going to get those done because my mum is out at the moment, and so yeah, I'm going to get these done while she's out, and then when she gets back we'll have some lunch, and then I'll go upstairs and do my editing this afternoon, I think.
Hey, I heard you got a new best friend. Yeah, it hurts a bit, I won't pretend that it doesn't matter that you're with someone else. In a way, that's how it's supposed to be. If I'm unable to make you happy, then it's for the better.
Right, so I have got my letters written and I've had some lunch. I'm now back up in my office, and I am determined that I'm going to get this vlog edited and hopefully uploading. That's the plan anyway. The specialist nurse rang back. She got back to me really quickly actually, because I only left a message with her like this morning. So that was quite good. Kind of told her what's happening with my knee and the problems with it, and she is going to contact my surgeon and tell him all the kind of details, and see what he wants to do, whether he wants to see me in clinic earlier, whether he wants to talk to me on the phone. So yeah, so she said she'd email him today. She said he's in clinic, so he tends to like read his emails quite quickly, and then she said she would get back to me probably next week to kind of let me know what he has said. So we shall see. But yeah, I do think that I need to do something to get my knee sorted, because it's just, we're not really going to move any further forward while my knee is such a problem, and I don't know what the solution is going to be. I don't know, well, yeah, obviously I don't know what the problem is, so I guess the first thing is kind of working out why the knee is causing so many like problems, like whether that means needing to do a scan or something, I don't know. And then deciding, like, I don't know whether it's because my lower leg is now out of alignment, and so my knee joint is kind of just struggling to cope with this kind of misaligned leg. And if that's the case, like, because they already have said that I may well need surgery, like, to my lower leg to kind of sort everything out. But when I saw my surgeon back in January, he said that they wouldn't like do anything and until, I think he said until at least like 9 months after the surgery, because they want to wait until like the femur has like healed back together, because they don't really want to do surgery while that's still healing. So I don't know whether that will be the case still, but I don't know, I just want my knee sorted. It's frustrating because at the moment I'm worse off than I was before I had the operation. Like, before I had the operation, like, I had a lot of pain in my hip and it was quite unstable, which is the same as like the left one as well, hence why at some point I need to think about having that one done. But I was walking with one stick / using a wheelchair, but kind of around the house I was like relatively okay, like, yeah, okay-ish, you know, I could kind of do most stuff for myself, sometimes with a little bit of help, whereas now I can't do stairs, I can't have a bath, I struggle with like getting like trousers on and off and stuff like that, obviously struggle with like lifting and carrying stuff because of being on crutches. So it's a bit frustrating, you know, the surgery is kind of meant to help in the long run, so I'm trying to look at the bigger picture, because, you know, they have said it's going to be a long haul, it's not going to kind of be a one-off like fix, it's going to take like a few years of like operations and, you know, sorting my legs out before hopefully things will be a bit better. But it's hard when, you know, things aren't quite going to plan, and yeah, although kind of the break and everything and my hip are kind of healing not too badly, yeah, we didn't kind of count on my knee causing so many problems, Good morning, it is Saturday. I've been up, well, I had a bit of a lie-in this morning, which was quite nice. The weather does not know what it's doing today. It's been pouring with rain most of the morning, but now the sun's out and it's dry, which is very nice. So hopefully it stays that way for a bit. My mum and I are going to go over to Next. I haven't really been shopping properly since I had my operation, and yeah, kind of miss going shopping. And we kind of thought that Next would be that Next would be a bit of a like more manageable start, because obviously it's not like a big shopping centre, it's fairly close, so travelling is not so bad, and also there's a Costa there as well, so we can possibly get some lunch. We also need to look for, my cousin has just had a little girl, so we're going to have a little look and see if we can find like a little outfit or something for her. And yeah, I just want to have a look at the clothes, possibly try and get some more trousers, because I'm living in jogging bottoms at the moment and it would be nice to have something that's a little bit different. So yeah, I'm just getting ready and then we're going to head out. Right, I've been trying to work out how I can film this without falling over, so as long as I don't move and just hold on to one crutch, hopefully I'll be okay. Something on the news. Anyway, we are in Next and I've picked up a few different things to try on. Unfortunately, they didn't have any jogging bottoms, so I'm going to have to look online again. But this is the first thing I've tried on, which is a navy jumper with hearts all over it, which looks really nice, like I really like it. However, it really is like, it's one of those like itchy wool materials. As soon as I put it on, I was like, this is going to do my head in. So unfortunately, this one is going to have to be a no, I think, which is a shame because it's very nice, but yeah, if it's going to itch, there's no point. I have seen another top, which is like a Finnish jumper, which is like red and white and pink stripes, and it says one of a kind on it, but they haven't got my size in stock, so I'm going to have a look online for that one and give this one a miss. Okay, this is number 2. It's something, I don't know, a bit out of my comfort zone, not something that I have really worn before, but it's quite a sort of floaty knee-length dress with a high neck that does up here. Don't fall over. The cuffs have got like elasticated bits and then they flare out, if you can see through my crutches. And yeah, it's got like a line here and then a line sort of down there, which then sort of buffers out a bit more. Please excuse the fact I've still got trousers and shoes on, but I can't take them off. It's kind of, it doesn't have a huge like amount of shape, but then I think that's kind of how it's meant to look. I quite like it, but I'm going to try, I've got another dress which I want to try on and kind of see what I think of that one as well. Okay, this is the last thing that I've picked up. Again, it's a little bit different to the kinds of things that I usually pick, but I actually quite like it. It is quite low, like here, so I need to kind of work out how it would work bra-wise, and also I think it needs like a necklace or something, but it is just a long dress, not quite maxi because it comes just like above the ankles, and then it's got like short sleeves with little frills on. These buttons down here are all like fake buttons. It's quite a stretchy material, and yeah, I really like how it sits. It'll be quite nice. I've got a wedding to go to in the summer, which is like a second wedding, so it's not like it's more relaxed, so this would be quite nice to wear for that. Yeah, I quite like it. It's £30, and that other dress that I tried on was 36, and now I'm just struggling to decide whether I can justify both of them because I haven't been shopping for ages, because I do like both of them. We are home now, and I just wanted to show you a couple of bits that I didn't show you when I was trying stuff on that I got. So I got some of these, which are kind of, I guess, like the Calvin Klein, I don't know what you call them, like sports top, not really sports top, they're kind of like bralettes, I suppose, but obviously they're a bit cheaper. Basically, since I had my operation, I'm just finding wearing a bra really painful. I don't know why, because it's a completely different area to where I had the surgery, but I tend to usually wear like underwired bras, and at the moment they just seem to like irritate and dig in. So I was thinking, well, I've been thinking about getting some of these for a while, and as we were in there I thought I would pick some up. So you get 3 of these kind of like, they look a bit like sports bra type things, I suppose. They've got this kind of like racer back, and you get a white one, and it just says Next around the bottom, much like the Calvin Klein ones say Calvin Klein. A black one and a grey one. I tried the white one on in the store, and it was really, really comfortable and really soft. So I'm hoping these will do me for what I need them to do. They're £24 and you get 3, so I thought that was quite good, and I got them in a size 12. And then for my cousin's little girl that she's just had, we got this little dress and bodysuit set, which we thought was quite nice and cheerful. We've got 3 to 6 months, so that'll be kind of like going into like May, June, July, so she can either wear it with tights if it's a bit cooler, or you know, without if it's not. So yeah, you've got this like stripy long sleeved bodysuit, I can't get it to sit up, and then the little denim dress, which was quite nice, and the denim is really soft as well. And yeah, it was, if I can find the price, so that was £15. And then my mum also got just a pack of tights to go with it. These are just fairly like neutral ones, so you've got grey, you've got cream, and then you've got some pink ones which can be worn obviously with that or with anything else, and those ones were £10 as well. Right, so I've got home and also got a parcel from Amazon, so I thought I would just open it and show you what's inside. Right, so these bits are for an art and craft project that we want to do with Noah for Mother's Day. We want to make Lisa like a little bunch of flowers basically, but that Noah can make and decorate and stuff. We decided, well, I was trying to find something to do for Mother's Day with him. He's not massively into kind of colouring or painting that much. We've tried doing like fingerprints and handprints last year, and he's just not that bothered, but he does seem to like kind of like sticking and stuff. So I got some green pipe cleaners for the stems of the flowers. These are quite long, so we could probably like cut them in half and then they'd be the right size. Got a load of stickers, which was, I mean, there's loads in here. I can't remember how many stickers there are, but they're all like sort of 3D ones. So there's animals, there's like cars, there's hearts, there's dinosaurs, little smiley faces, all sorts of things, so you can have fun kind of sticking them on the, we're going to make like little either flowers or hearts out of like coloured card, and then he can stick stuff on them. The packaging, and then in here we have a whole load of sheets of tissue paper of all different colours. I mean, there is a lot there, so that's going to last us quite a while. And basically we thought we could just like rip some strips up and rip it into like small bits and bunch them up, and then he can like stick them onto the flowers, and hopefully he'll enjoy that. I mean, we can give him some crayons as well, like if he wants to do some colouring on the flowers as well, but he just seems kind of more into like sticking things at the moment. Sorry I look like an absolute mess. It's quite late, but my sisters have just got back from New York. It's been really interesting, like hearing like all what they've been up to and seeing some of their photos, because I went like quite a few years ago and would love to go back one day. So yeah, I was kind of like living vicariously through them, but they brought a few things back for me, so I thought I would just show you. Most of the things are things that I kind of asked that if they would like pick up for me, so I will pay them for them, but Rebecca also brought me a little present back as well. So first up is these two from Shop Disney. ages ago, like when Tsum Tsums kind of were a big thing, I thought, yeah, I'm going to collect Tsum Tsums. I'll just get like ones that I really like, and I have got a few, but I kind of soon decided that actually they weren't the best thing to collect because I don't have much space, and yeah, they take up like obviously a fair amount of space when you start collecting quite a few of them. But I have decided that I want to collect the sort of, I don't know what you'd call them, the ones that are in the boxes that are like for specific places. So I've got a Paris one, I've got a London one, and I've got a Dublin one / Ireland, I'm not sure, and I knew they did a New York one, so I asked them if they would have a little look out for them. So you've got Mickey in like an apple suit, and Minnie in just like a little dress and a I Heart New York t-shirt, not that you can see it when they're in here, and then they look like they're in like a little New York taxi, which is quite sweet. So yeah, this is just to add to my like places Tsum Tsums collection. If you're interested in how much they were, these were $14.95. Next up is another thing I collect. Well, I collect mugs. Well, I kind of collect mugs. I collect mugs that I really, really like, and I'm trying to be more selective with them because, again, they take up a lot of space. But I do like to collect the Starbucks. Well, I have been collecting the Starbucks You Are Here mugs for kind of places that either I've been to or like a family member has been to. So I got like the Amsterdam one and a Dubai one, which are places I haven't been to. Well, actually I have been to Amsterdam, haven't been to Dubai. Anyway, so I have been collecting them, but they've actually stopped making the You Are Here mugs, and they've replaced them with the Been There series, which I only found out this week because basically I asked Becca if she would have a look for the New York one for me, and she couldn't find the You Are Here one anywhere. So I was like looking it up and found out that they discontinued those and replaced them with these. So I asked her if she would have a look for this one for me instead. There are actually two different New York ones, but I chose this one because I just thought it was a little bit more New Yorky than the other one. So I'll be honest, I don't know what some of these things are. Is that the fountain in Central Park? You've got like a hot dog, baseball, a pretzel. It says New York City, Brooklyn Bridge, pizza, an apple, taxi, like the metro. Don't know what that is, or what it's meant to be. Statue of Liberty, another taxi, Brooklyn, Staten Island, cheesecake, New York cheesecake. It says Manhattan, Empire State, little like binoculars, Rockefeller, I'm guessing one of them is, Central Park, Queens, oh, my arm's gonna fall off, a little Starbucks mug, bagel, some sort of tickets, Fifth Avenue, pigeon, and so yeah, I went for this one instead. I mean, they're kind of similar, they're like the same like size and style, they're just different drawings. I actually prefer the You Are Here design, but if they're not available anymore, I just think these are quite a nice thing to collect, just as like a little memento. And I have been to New York as well, so it's like it's a nice thing to have to kind of remind me of my trip as well. And that was $12.95. And then another thing that I collect, can you tell that I am a bit of a collector, is pin badges. And I never actually got a pin badge when I went to New York myself, so I said to Becca, could she look out for one? I asked her to look in the Disney store to see if they had one, but the only one that they had, you had to do like a photo experience to get it, so couldn't get that one. But she did find me this one. So it says, I've been to the top of New York, and then it says top of the rock. I really like the colours in this, and I did go to the top of the rock when I went to New York as well, so that's quite apt. So yeah, I can add this to my pin board when I get it sorted, and it's just a little reminder of when I went to New York. And then, like I said, Becca also got me a present, which was very sweet of her. They went to Bath and Body Works, which I am massively jealous of. I didn't do that when I was there. I don't even know if Bath and Body Works was a thing when I went. But yeah, they went into Bath and Body Works. I kind of contemplated asking her to pick up some candles, but one, they're quite heavy, and two, I don't need any more candles. But she did pick this up for me. So it is the Aromatherapy Relax by Bath and Body Works, and it's Hawaiian, sandalwood, eucalyptus and mandarin with natural essential oils, body lotion. Becca said she smelt it and it smells really nice. I think the bottle is really pretty. And yeah, it sounds really nice, so I'm looking forward to using that. Hello, it's Sunday and I can't quite believe it is the 1st of March now. I don't quite know where this year is going. I've had a fairly quiet morning sorting out my medication for next week, and I'm now just trying to do a little bit of tidying in my room. Basically, my room and my office are a mess. As in, like, I've just got piles of things that need sorting through and putting away, and yeah, I just need to start trying to do some. I haven't really been able to do it since before my operation because I've just been struggling to do anything. So I've got a bit of a free day today, so I thought I would try and do a little bit here and there, and then hopefully it will start to make a difference. So yeah, my mum has brought up like one of the IKEA chairs for me, so I can kind of move it around my room depending on where I want to sit and tidy / organise. The first thing that I did was fill in my calendar for March, and I thought I would just show you the picture. So I've got the Thomas Kincaid Disney calendar, and this is the picture for March, which I think is quite nice. You've got like Mickey and Minnie looking very green, and the pot of gold with a little rainbow coming out of it, and Pluto, and yeah, I really like this one. So I've done that, and now I'm going to sort out a whole load of paperwork that has been piling up on the floor.
I can't tell what's wrong or right. Should I go without saying goodbye? All I know is I need to be somewhere else to set me.
Right, I've sorted through all that pile of paperwork, which has been driving me slightly crazy for, well, months actually, let's be honest. And I've put it all in folders now so that I can actually find it if I need it, because I've had a few like instances where like I've needed to find like a doctor's letter or something for the DVLA, and I've known it's in that pile, but I've had to like go through the whole pile trying to find it. So it's all in like folders now. I mean, at some point I do need to sort all my folders out, but for the minute at least it's kind of filed away. Next thing I want to do is take all of the books out of this advent calendar, because this is taking up a lot of room. I feel sad about getting rid of like this, like the actual, I don't know what you call it, the actual holder for the books, because it's quite a nice, like it looks like a big book, but I just don't know what to do with it. So yeah, I'm going to take all the little books out, and then they can sit on a bookshelf, and then get rid of the big book thing because it's just taking up space and yeah, making things look a little bit messy.
I don't know what to do now. Need to figure it out, but I don't know how. I hope the wind will carry me and take me away to where I should be. I don't know where I belong, but I keep on searching for my...
Right, I am going to have to stop there because it's getting quite late and I need to get some lunch, and also I'm kind of running out of energy. I've already got these like negative thoughts coming in my head of like, you haven't done enough, you know, oh, you're such a failure, you've barely done anything. Like I'm looking around my room and it doesn't look like much different at all, but I'm really trying to like challenge those thoughts and go against them because yeah, like to a lot of people it doesn't seem like I have done much. Like I've updated my calendar for the month. I have sorted out a load of paperwork and put it away, and I have taken all the books out of the advent calendar, put them away and cleared that big advent calendar thing. So in the grand scheme of things, to a lot of people that isn't much, but I keep telling myself like that is more, those little things are 3 little things more than I had done this morning when I woke up. So, you know, I've achieved something, and yeah, just keep sort of saying to myself that, you know, doing bits little and often will mean that eventually things will start looking better. But yeah, it's hard when you get those like negative thoughts coming into your head, you know, telling you that you haven't done enough and that, yeah, you're rubbish and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, trying to go against them and yeah, tell myself that actually, you know, I have achieved something. It took me a lot longer than it would, you know, normally, because I'm having to, like, if I want to get anything, I'm having to get up on my crutches and move around. I'm finding it hard to like move things around the room because I can't carry much, and like bending down is quite painful as well. So yeah, you know, I could have just sat on the sofa all morning, but I didn't. I did this. Okay, I will sit on the sofa this afternoon, but I'm quite proud of myself for just doing a little bit. And like my little corner over here, which eventually when I get my room tidied I want to kind of sort out, because I'd like to get a dressing table and move things around a bit. But you know, the advent calendar has gone from, oh, I can't do it this way around. Yeah, the advent calendar has gone from here down there. I had lots of like paperwork piled on top of the box, and that is all gone. And obviously my calendar is done so that when I look at it I can actually see what I'm doing. So, you know, a little bit often and baby steps get you where you want to go. So yeah, keep telling myself that. So I've been having a quiet afternoon, having a bit of a nap on the sofa, to be honest. I've been awake for a little while now, just been watching The Simpsons and doing a few bits on my laptop. And yeah, I thought I'd just come on and finish this week's vlog. So I hope you have enjoyed the vlog. If you have and you'd like to see more content from me, please give me a like and subscribe to my channel. Also hit the notification bell. That means you'll get notified every time I upload a video, so you don't so you don't miss anything. Also, if you want to leave me a comment and let me know what you've been up to this week, and also let me know if there's any videos you'd like to see me do. And if you want to follow me on social media, my links are in the description bar below, but I'll put my Instagram and Twitter on here because they're the ones that I tend to go on the most. So yeah, if you want to come follow me and see sort of more day-to-day stuff, then head over there. And yeah, I will see you in another video very soon. Bye!